All right, guys, this is what we have today. I've tried these out. Probably had them over a year now. I bought quite a few packs of them. They are insect trap and monitor from Catchmaster, and basically what there are is like a two-sided tape. And what's nice is you can basically set them up. They come in a whole. They basically just send you a pack like this. There's like, I don't know how many, 20, 30, or 40 in here. You can buy different increments. I live in a condo, so I don't need that many, and so sometimes I'll take 10 or 20 of them and then give the rest away. Each sheet has three. So basically what you do is you bend them like so. They're perforated in the middle. I don't know if you can see that. Sometimes you can just rip them apart. Other times you need a scissors, because that laminate strip, sometimes that's where it holds up. But if you bend it really good, sometimes you can break right through that. But keep a pair of scissors handy. And then it has a place here where you can mark the date and placed by. If you have a business placing these, I guess you can write the installer. I just write the date on there. That way I know. But see, they just kind of pull apart. See how they kind of get stuck right there in the middle? And then you just do that again. I'll make three of them real quick here. I like to bend them back a couple times just to make sure they can tear. So see how they kind of get stuck right there and then they peel right off. The next thing I like to do is there's lines. I'll show you these lines right here where you're supposed to bend it. It says do not remove. That's where you need to bend it at. So you bend it there, and there's another spot right here where it needs to be bent. I like to pre-bend those because you're trying to make a little triangle. Sometimes too, I'll even bend this little tab up, back or forth, or you can put a staple in it, and that's what you have. So once you have that all set up, you open it up again, and then you pull this little piece of paper off, and there's your adhesive right there. So then be real careful. You bend it back up again, and you can either put a piece of tape or a staple, or you can just leave it like that. And you just want to try to make it as straight as possible, like a triangle. And what I usually do is I set them in the corners of my house, behind the refrigerator, by the garbage can, and also by the doors and windows. That way, if something sneaks in, because there's always like little cracks and crevices where the little critters get in, and a lot of times you don't see them. It could, like, we have someone spray once a month or once every couple months, and I hardly ever see any bugs. So you don't really think you have any. Every once in a while, you'll see an ant, or just lately, I've seen palmetto bugs. They're coming in through the sewer or through the doors, and every once in a while, I'll see a big palmetto bug, which I'd rather see one of those than like a German cockroach, because the palmetto bugs pretty much they're outside most of the time. They don't try to like come in your house, then breed, and then all that. But I have a couple of these traps that I basically had behind my couch, and you can see they work really well. This is a couple of palmetto bugs that come in, and this is a really good one here. I forgot about this one. This is behind the couch, but look at all the ants, the bugs, and everything it catches. I mean, it catches a lot of stuff, and it doesn't matter how long it's been back there, they continue to catch. So once they get filled up, I just throw them away, and I'll start over. I'll date it, and then I'll know how many insects I caught in that period of time. If you want to try this, you can actually make these yourself. You can get some tape, packaging tape, and just staple it to cardboard and just make a little triangle. Um, there's a bunch of different ways you can make this, but they're pretty inexpensive, so I just buy them. But if you're in a pinch and you don't have enough to buy them, just basically take some paper, newspaper, or cardboard, and make something like a triangle, and then just staple your tape, or you can do two-sided tape. Put a little tape, two-sided tape here, and then fold up your cardboard and make a bend on each side, just like they do here. Because I'm sure that's what they were doing before they made these. They had an idea, and they're like, "Wait a minute, we could take tape and stick it to the floor. Even you could take two-sided tape, really, and just tape it in the corners of your house, and you just have to peel it up. This is just a little more convenient because it doesn't stick to the floor. Or you could take like anything really, paper, cardboard, put some two-sided tape and peel it off and put it in your corners. But if you want something a little more professional and easier to deal with, I'll leave a link in the description. But they do work well, and I'll continue to use them and also give them away and use them at my shop as well. So there's a link in the description if you're interested. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Like I said, I've been using these for over a year, maybe 2 years, 3, I can't remember. But I do remember ordering them a few times, and they all always work well for me. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.